Well, I did yoga. I started in the 1990s on a whim. So I was living in central Ohio, going to a Big Ten, working at a Big Ten university. And I guess at that time, not a lot of people practiced. So I showed up, and there was a football player as a teacher, and he was teaching because of what it had done for him. So I was a manager with two little kids, and he was a football player, and I showed up every week, and it was a wonderful experience. So that's how I got started. Well, I didn't know any difference because he did Ashtanga yoga. So this football player, he couldn't sit against a wall and have his legs out straight. He was completely a prisoner of his muscles, and that was his practice. So it became mine. I didn't know any different, and I loved it. So that's how I started. Well, after I'd had that experience of kind of a one-on-one teacher and somebody who was just somebody who really taught from the heart, I got used to that. So when I would go to the bigger studios, when I was more anonymous, I would go occasionally because that's all there was. But I was looking for that for many years afterward. And many places I lived just didn't have Ashtanga, so I had to practice on my own, which I did for years and years, somewhat probably improperly, unsuccessfully, but I loved it so much. So when I came back from a training, I said, "Oh, I'll just look on the web to see if there's anything else new in Zurich." And sure enough, I saw Nasara's studio, and I went, and it was exactly what I'd been searching for all those years. It's a smaller studio, and she teaches from the heart, and she knows her stuff, that's for sure. So and even with Mysore, when you practice on your own, which I had been for years, there's a wonderful energy to be in a studio with other people kind of doing something independent together. And of course, Nasara always has her eye on you, so she's there to help you with adjustment or to make that next step, that sort of thing. So it was a lucky find, and I've enjoyed myself ever since.